Hello and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Deb Gillard, your host of the program today, and today is Wednesday, February 18th. We are very glad to have you with us, whether you're watching us on Charter Channel 181 or whether you found us in all the many ways that you can over the internet and other technology. We can be found on YouTube. Just type in Owatonna Today Show and you'll find us there. Facebook and the thirdhandvideo.com. Any of those ways will get you there. And if you want to like us on Facebook, go ahead and do that, and then you'll receive a notice and a direct link when the programs are uploaded onto Facebook. We are also now on Twitter at Owatonna Today. So however you like to receive your information, there are all sorts of ways for you and for others to watch the Owatonna Today Show. We, of course, always welcome your comments, your suggestions about guests and show topics and information for us to pass along at the end of the program. Do send it to us at owatonnatoday@charter.net. Leanne is always available for a phone call as well. Well, not like always available, but you know what I mean. She's available for phone calls as well, 390-5751, and you can get a hold of her with ideas as well. We have a very good show for you today, full of information. A little bit later on in the program, we'll be talking about the From the Heart Half Marathon and 5K and a lot of things going on to get ready for that. But first of all, we'll take a break for our supporters, and we'll be coming back, and with us Tim Penny from the Southern Minnesota Initiative Foundation. So let's take that break and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Gillard.
And I'm Dr. Nick Vincelli of Horizon Eye Care.
We want you to see what you love and love how you see. We're proud sponsors of the Owatonna Today Show.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now, I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Welcome back, and thanks for joining us here on Wednesday, February 18th on the Owatonna Today Show. As I mentioned, Tim Penny joins us from the Southern Minnesota Initiative Foundation. How are you?
I'm always happy to be with you.
We're always happy to have you.
Nice to get a chance to visit about the work of our foundation with you three times a year, so thanks for having me back.
Very nice. There's always plenty to talk about, and on that note, let's kind of get right into it. Of course, the big focus of the Southern Minnesota Initiative Foundation, and I think that there was a guest here on the Owatonna Today program you were thinking about a week or so ago, talking about early childhood education.
It's about 40%. In terms of our resources, it's about 40% of the resources we expend in our 20-county region each year. But it's about half of our work because there's a lot that's going on with that $2 million worth of resources. Terry Steckelberg would have been the staff person that was here, and she has a lot to do with organizing and orchestrating our many, many early childhood activities. And she's currently involved in a partnership with community leaders in Owatonna. We call it an early childhood initiative. Every year we go into at least one town, sometimes two, and do essentially a facilitation of a strategic plan around early childhood needs. And then that typically leads to some goals and objectives and a few projects that can help the community move toward those goals. And we end up funding initially a couple of those projects. So that process is now underway here in Owatonna. We're excited about that. I think it's the 22nd community that we've done this process with, and we're excited to be fully engaged with Owatonna leaders right now on that initiative.
There's some provider training going on?
We also are doing that across the region. I think we've been in 8 counties now providing provider training. Minnesota now has a parent-aware rating system, which is a quality rating system for early childhood, trying to get more early childhood providers on track to get kids fully ready for kindergarten by the
Okay.
time they enter kindergarten.
Okay.
And so we're helping to provide that training. Bremer provided a grant for us to do that here in Steele County. MARDAG provided us a grant, and we did a couple other counties with the MARDAG money. Blue Cross Blue Shield provided us a grant, and so we're in a couple additional counties doing training with that financial support. And here again, there's multiple benefits. First of all, the main benefit is to the kids, because now the providers have additional training to do an even better job with these preschoolers. But beyond that, the families who are low income are eligible for scholarships if they place their kids in a program that's quality rated. So there's that benefit as well, and the state is likely to increase the amount of scholarships with each passing year. So we want to make sure more and more providers are eligible to receive that their families are eligible to receive those scholarship dollars.
Okay, so when you're talking about providers, are we talking about preschools?
This is all preschool.
It's all preschool
Yeah.
and
early childhood, in-home care,
it could be in-home care.
nonprofits,
Okay, that was
church-based.
a curiosity of mine.
Yeah, we're agnostic when it comes to what
Okay.
type of an early childhood
Yep.
setting. Head Start programs as well.
Okay.
So all of our resources are dedicated to that preschool age bracket.
Okay, wonderful. What a great program and a
Yeah.
great start for those kids. Like you said, that's the bottom line. There's also a program called Parent Aware.
Yeah, it's a parent-aware training system or a parent education program. And some of the same grantors, MARDAG, Bremer, Blue Cross Blue Shield, have been willing to give us dollars not only for provider training, but to offer parent education classes. And we've decided to do that in work sites.
Okay.
Over the lunch hour, typically. We just get the cooperation of the local employers, and then we bring this training, I think it's 4 sessions, and we provide the food, and we also provide some resources. We give away books and other resources to the parents that attend these classes, and it's a variety of how to work with children if there are social emotional challenges, how to regulate behavior, how to read to your child. I mean, lots of good parent education content. And we've had Viracon offer this class. We've been in Federated a couple, 3 times offering the class to some of their employees. And so across the region, there's increasing demand for this. And as we get additional resources in the door, we want to be able to offer this class to more and more work sites around the region.
What a great program. I'm imagining it's very well received when it's been presented.
It has
in
been.
the
We do a survey of
workplaces?
the parents who take the class, and rave reviews. So we're going to keep doing it, and we hope to do a lot more over time.
Well, you know, I know it's cliche, but any of us who have been parents or in a parent role realize that there's no guidebook. You don't get any instructions when you get put into that parental role, and so any resources that can be provided, and especially in a place like a workplace where it just makes it easy to access those resources and to
It
feel
is,
like
you know,
you've got some support.
We have a lot of single-parent households, a lot of 2-income households, and so making it a little easier to take these classes was sort of our goal, and again, it's been very, very well received.
Wow, I like that. And you've got some great partners in those, like you said, the Bremer Foundation and Blue Cross Blue
MARDAG,
Shield.
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
What great partners in both of those programs.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you. Okay. Kind of continuing along that line, Book Nook, in cooperation with Kiwanis Club and Book Nook and all sorts of things that are kind of looped into that early childhood.
This is actually, we have 3 partnerships with book publishers. Abdu out of Mankato that gives us early learner books, and we use those in early childhood sites where we have an AmeriCorps person placed.
Okay.
We have 20 AmeriCorps slots that are assigned to us by the AmeriCorps program. We select typically young people, but sometimes baby boomers who are looking for that kind of experience. We place them in early childhood sites, and they become essentially a teacher aide at that early childhood site for the course of the school year. And we provide books from Abdo for those particular sites. We also have a partnership with Capstone Publishing out of Mankato, and we give away thousands of books to different groups and organizations that will use those books in early reader programs. And then we have a new partnership with Scholastic. And they do give us books, but they also helped us create a reading nook at the Roosevelt School here in town. And that's the Roosevelt building is where a lot of our early childhood efforts are undertaken here in the city of Owatonna. And so this is just a little reading nook with 1,000 books, all appropriate to early childhood learners. And they're making that space available to families who want to come in with their children and have that reading time. There are bean bags there. There's even audio books. So it's a really nice program. And we are, in partnership with Scholastic, now going to offer that book nook to 4 communities per year over the next several years. So we're right now asking for applications. If you'd like to be one of those communities, kind of tell us what your plan is, where that nook would be, and we'd like to do 4 of these every year.
Can I tell you how excited I am to know that books are still at the forefront and we haven't all completely gone to technology? It's just, there's nothing better than opening up a book still in my world, and I'm so happy that to see that we're doing that for the young people too, because otherwise their lives seem to be kind of taken over by technology.
Well, it's true, and even at that age level, there's a lot of kids that are caught up in technology, but books are a magical thing.
Yeah.
And getting kids excited about reading early just pays dividends the rest of their life.
That is wonderful, wonderful. Well, kind of off the early childhood then, and just briefly into your entrepreneur program.
Yeah.
What is going on in that realm?
I think the biggest thing we have going on, and is this program going to air like on Wednesday of this week?
This is a Wednesday, February 18th, yeah.
So 3 days later, on Saturday, we're holding an event at the Rochester Event Center where community leaders from about 10 towns right around Rochester are going to come together and select projects that we will then fund. This all started way last spring when Destination Medical Center was, big in the news, and it's still in the news because this is a long-term plan to invest in the downtown Rochester area beyond the Mayo Clinic to hotels and restaurants and just make that downtown area a real destination. But part of that is going to result in huge growth. They're talking, even though they've got 35,000 employees at Mayo now, they're talking a much higher number of employees over time. And all the towns around Rochester are going to feel that growth, and there's opportunities to benefit from that growth. So we met with community leaders from those towns to begin brainstorming. What could this mean to us, and how can we take advantage of some of this regional growth that's going to occur? And that's resulted in 4 project ideas that came forward from those conversations. We're going to further review those project ideas on Saturday. And then we may fund all 4, but we're going to see whether these ideas really have legs, whether we think the investment would pay dividends. It has to do with some tourism opportunities, some joint promotional opportunities, a little bit about the trails that are around Rochester and how to maybe better promote those walking, hiking, biking trails. So we're going to look at those projects on Saturday and make a decision about funding some.
Man, no shortage of things to do in your world, right?
Well, it's we love it. It's all about South Central, Southeastern Minnesota, and we do basically 3 things. We invest a lot in early childhood through our business lending and our program like the one that I just described. We focus on economic development activities, and then we manage community funds for 24 smaller towns here in the region and help them build endowments and invest in their own futures. So it's a good portfolio of work and never boring.
Never a dull moment. No, exactly. Well, thank you very much for keeping us up to date on what is going on with the Initiative Foundation, and always great projects in the works. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a break for our supporters and we'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Buddy Ricker, and I play about 10 different characters in this play, including the Crofter and Mrs. McGarrigle.
And I'm Steve Searle, and I play about 9 different characters in this play, and we're both in LTO's current production of The 39 Steps, directed by Linda Karnauskas and sponsored by Jostens and Viricon.
Performances of The 39 Steps will be held Friday and Saturday, February 20th and 21st at 7:30 p.m., with a matinee on Sunday, February 22nd at 2 p.m.
And again the following Thursday and Saturday, February 26th, 27th, and 28th.
If you want tickets, they're available at LTO box office by calling the following number, 451-0764, or if you've got the computer, use it and go into littletheaterofowatonna.org.
1, 2, 3.
Don't miss LTO's production of The 39 Steps.
Don't let the cold winter weather stop you from exercising. Keep up your fitness program at the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center. We offer a variety of different membership packages available on daily, monthly, and yearly basis. We also have a variety of programs and services to help the newest of members get started and to help those who have been around for a while improve on what they are doing. The Tennis and Fitness Center participates in insurance reimbursement programs with a variety of different insurance providers that could make you eligible for up to $20 credit each month. For more information about the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center, call us at 444-4290.
Amy Swain Hearing Centers is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, I'm Shawn McNulty. And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna. And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. Welcome back. Thanks again for joining us on the Owatonna Today Show on this Wednesday, February 18th. We have the Svenbys in the studio. How are you, Beth and Brent?
We are fantastic. Thank you for having us today.
You're welcome. We're here to talk about the From the Heart Half Marathon 5K. Coming up, time's going to go quickly. It's really right around the corner when we start talking about early May, isn't it?
Right, yeah. And February is always an exciting time for us because on Valentine's Day we always announce our new recipients for this year's race, and this is our 7th year.
Unbelievable.
I know, it's gone very fast, and we've met almost 20 fabulous families that we've been able to support financially over the past 6 years, and we look forward to doing the same this year.
Okay, well, let's talk about those families that were just announced, shall we?
We will. We have 3 families that we have selected this year as recipients. Tracy Williams is a single mom with 4 children here in Owatonna, and she happens to be a 1985 OHS grad.
Okay.
So she has a lot of longevity with our community, and she has stage 3 breast cancer.
All right.
And has been going through some treatments since last summer to help combat that. And Paul Granis is a recently diagnosed prostate cancer individual. And Paul and Judy both have been employees of Wenger and continue to be employees of Wenger for several years, and have 3 boys that they've raised here in town over the course of several years. And Pete Callan, who had been diagnosed with a brain tumor in the most recent months, and is still battling that a little bit, and he is a lifelong, well, a 33-year federated employee, I believe, is how long he's been there. And so we're really excited. A variety of individuals and a variety of different circumstances, which we have each year with our families, and just fabulous people for the community to get to know better.
Yeah, that is wonderful. So after that kicks off, then what happens as things roll forward now? So the event is actually May 1st and 2nd. So, but again, that's, with all the preparations and everything, there's a lot to get ready.
Right. Well, and in the Owatonna People's Press right now, you'll see that they're running an article on each of the families, and those will be completed this week.
Okay.
And then we move right into the sale of our pre-race T-shirts, which actually we have on today. And,
very nice.
Yeah, we do like those. They're very simple and basic this year, and really send the message of what it's all about. I mean, it is about being brave when you're diagnosed with a challenge of something like cancer. And then we move right into getting everything prepared for the spaghetti supper and silent auction on Friday night, May 1st, and then we head into race day on May 2nd.
Okay, and there's a lot to get ready, and one of the reasons that we brought Brent here too, besides modeling the T-shirt for men so that we know it is equally as attractive on, but you've been very involved, I'm sure, as spouses are, a lot of times with the things that our loved ones get into. A lot of times we're kind of brought along in the wake, but you've been very involved with things like setting up the race and all that stuff that goes in ahead of time. Let's talk just a little bit about that. What are kind of the logistics of getting it all done?
Well, first of all, when Beth came to me 7 years ago and had this dream about starting this half marathon 5K event, one of the things I had to do was try to figure out a course for the event, which is challenging sometimes because we want to stay away from railroad tracks and stuff like that because we don't know when trains come through town.
That's true.
I think we found 2 great locations. 2 great courses actually by using the city trails here in Owatonna.
Okay.
And I think the courses are great. We've heard great things from the runners that have done our event.
Everybody's liked it. All right.
Correct.
Are you both runners?
I do a lot of running. Brent used to run
I
as
used to
well.
run a lot before.
Okay.
I got married actually.
You
so
know,
then I
that's
kind
how
of
it
gave it up.
That's really not an excuse because I still run. Yeah.
I'm just curious. I mean, I didn't know what
Right.
drove it at the
Yeah.
beginning, and
Right.
I had thought that you were and didn't know if
I
you were
did,
as
yeah.
well.
I
So
have.
I know we were joking a little bit ahead of time too. There is so much involved in something like this, setting up the course, really being out there on race day, doing that. You know, Beth said you do the important part of getting those porta potties where they need to be too, and that's all.
Yep.
That's all those logistics that go into having that many people involved in an event like this. And how many has it grown to in regards to?
We
runners?
had over 1,200 participants in last year's race. So it has, we started out at about 760 some in year one, and now a little over 1,200 last year. So
amazing.
we'd like to hit that 1,500 mark and hope to do that this year. You know, some other things just to remind everybody of, we do have our website up and running. And a huge thank you to Adam Rudolph, who is a former Owatonna individual as well, and he had contacted us last year, right before the race, and had said, you know, he's a website designer, and he said, you know, just as a volunteer service, I'd redo your website for you, and you know, we're not website designers, so we put together whatever we could, but there was a lot of tweaking that he could do to make it better. So that actually will be unveiled this week as well.
Okay.
And the registration form will be on there, and all the details and information for all the upcoming events. Also, an important thing to note on that website is how you can be a sponsor of our race. And our sponsors are critical because all those dollars go straight to our families. And so you can sponsor, be a gold sponsor, silver sponsor, or bronze sponsor. And the dollar figures are indicated on our website, as well as you'll get a mailing. All the businesses in Owatonna get a mailing. You could also sponsor us by, we're looking for people who are wanting to donate money to buy mile marker flags.
Okay.
We'd like to get those really large flags that fly, you know, from the heart high that day for our runners to see. So if a company or individual family would like to be a part of sponsoring one of those flags, and you can put photos on those flags or your company logos.
Nice.
Lots of different options for people, but our sponsors are critical to making this race go. As well as all of the volunteers that come out and help us on that day.
Okay, and we've talked about the number of runners. Let's talk about the amount of funds, and I'm sure that that has grown significantly over time as the event itself has gained notoriety and popularity and advanced all those runners and people being involved.
It has. You know, last year we went over the $250,000 mark in what we've been able to financially support our families with. So that's $250,000 that came straight from the people just, you know, being willing to attend our spaghetti supper silent auction, or come out or walk or run a 5K or half marathon. And so we look to increase that, obviously, and be around for several years to come. But when we think about that, you know, almost 20 families and $250,000, what a great tribute that our community's been a part of for these families.
Yeah, that's an amazing amount of support, and I'm sure they're most appreciative of anything that can be done, because as we know, we've all been touched somehow by cancer of some sort or another. And you mentioned the families, and the cancers are varied, and the symptoms and the things that families deal with are varied. But to be able to provide some sort of relief, I'm sure, is very much appreciated. These actual shirts are available as of today, right?
Yes, they are available as of today.
How do we get a hold of those? Because they are really nice looking.
Washington Elementary has shirts available, as well as Profinium Bank downtown. Or somebody could contact anyone on the committee. We have a 10-person committee, which is listed on our website as well. And there's order forms in various businesses around town. And if your business would like to have an order form for your employees, if you would just give me a ring at 456-8909, we would make sure to get an order form straight to your business, and we'll deliver the shirts right to your place of employment for you.
Okay, let's wrap up by talking just a little bit about how the event takes place. You mentioned the spaghetti supper. That's on May 1st, and that's a Friday, correct?
That is a Friday night from 4:30 to 8 o'clock at the junior high. And we have a fabulous silent auction that goes right along with it. Lots of great things that the community has provided for that silent auction.
Okay.
And then we move right into race day on May 2nd, and we have the half marathon, a half marathon relay, a 5K, and don't forget we have the Kids Fun Run, a half a mile Kids Fun Run for any little person that would like to come out and make a difference in the lives of others as well.
Okay, and what a great way to get them started doing that. And I did hear you say earlier you can run, you can walk too.
Absolutely.
So you don't have to be a runner to be a part of this event, right? You can come and enjoy it and stroll the course if you want, but in any case, just come and be a part of it.
Right.
You should talk about the starting time too. The 5K starts at 8:30.
Okay.
Half marathon starts at 8 o'clock, and the kids' fun run starts at 8:10.
Okay.
Right,
All right.
right.
So getting going pretty early in the morning and then kind of wrapping it up by about what time?
We're out of there by about noon. We'll do an awards ceremony at 10:30, and then we have a lot of cleanup to do, but we have a lot of great volunteers that help with that as well. One of the greatest things that you will see at the race are full families walking with strollers and grandparents with grandchildren. So it really is it's a family, community-wide event. So don't ever hesitate to sign up for it because you're not a runner. You don't have to be a runner.
Right.
It really is just an enjoyable time and a great way to make a difference in the lives of others.
Well, thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done, and Brent for everything that you've done as in helping Beth follow her dream, I guess, over these last 7 years and really create such a great event for the families that it has benefited. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Brent.
Yes, you're
very
welcome.
much,
Thank
and
you.
have a very successful event. Okay.
Thank you.
All
Thank you
right.
so much.
We'll take a break for our supporters, and we'll be back to wrap up for today.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to Transitional Housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
Every child needs a mentor, a positive role model. For me, that was my grandmother. For more than 110 years, Big Brothers Big Sisters has been making meaningful monitored matches between adult volunteers and children. And these positive relationships have direct and measurable impacts. Help a child realize his or her potential. Visit bigbrothersbigsisters.org.
Welcome back. Let's wrap it up on this Wednesday, February 18th with a few announcements. The Steele County Historical Society and Culture Fest Committee are working together again to announce their annual joint event this coming Friday, February 20th at the History Center. World of Flavors Food and Brew Fest. Can't say it, but there it is. Multicultural celebration of music, food, beer, and coffee. Guests are going to be taking a trip around the culinary world, enjoying specialties from Greece, Middle East, Ireland, France, Sudan, the USA, Mexico, and Germany. The evening begins at 5 with a social hour home brew contest featuring local home brewers. That should be fun. Tickets are $25 per person and includes all the food and entertainment and the evening's festivities. And those tickets are available from Culture Fest committee members, Triumph Graphics Hotkeys, or at the History Center. So please plan on enjoying that event. The Steele County Humane Society is holding their Pet Adoption Day this Saturday, February 21st. It will be going on from noon to 2 at Retrofit. That is, of course, at 1010 Hoffman Drive. That's the old Walmart building. For further information, you can contact Steele County Humane Society 451-4512 or visit their website, Steele County Humane Society, all spelled out, .org. And the Owatonna Public Library is having their Community and Patron Appreciation Day this coming Sunday, February 22nd, 1 to 5 p.m. Come on in for a Secrets of the Library tour at 2 p.m., coffee and cookies, because your library staff thanks you for your support and for your investment, and they're looking forward to many more years of providing what they do here at our Owatonna Public Library. So a great event on Sunday. Please join us on Friday's program when we'll be talking about the OHS After Prom and also the OHS Robotics team. We'll see you then.